So once again, welcome everybody. Welcome to our class. Today we're gonna talk about report to speech. So before we start, I wanna ask you a question. First, I wanna tell you something. Try to be active as possible, because the more you interact, the more you will learn. But I have a question. Does anyone know report to speech? Like, what is report to speech? If you know, please type it, or if you know, please use your microphone and say it. And you can raise your hand if you
No,
want. No idea?
unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, totally fine. You're here to learn. What about other people? Oh, Ali, I think. Okay, Ali. What about hello and bye?
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, Ali.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I guess about
Uh huh.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
great.
Yeah.
Like
Report to
when we are
speech, I guess.
reporting someone uh,
So,
statement or something.
Okay, first, let's hello and bye set. Okay, hello, my please repeat. Hello and bye.
I think like when you are converting someone's statement or like
Ah.
what they said into
Mm-hmm.
past tense or something like that.
Okay. That's good. What about Ali?
Report to speech. About like when you want to say something what said, someone what he said
Uh
in
huh.
the past. Yeah,
Okay,
say it in the
very good.
future.
Very good. Vac said
Yeah.
it is when we report someone's words. Active and passive voice, no, it's something else. Hello, Porka. What about other people? Like we have Eflatun, I think, and Alt. So what do you guys think?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about
Um,
reported speech? Like imagine a person who
I
doesn't know
think
English is asking you this question. How would you explain?
I think when in reported speech you may put the speaker's
Uh-huh.
words or ideas into a sentence without directly like indirect version of it.
Uh-huh. Okay, indirect.
When you say like you can give some statements
Uh-huh.
about it
Like
maybe.
I think, for example, if a statement is
Mm-hmm.
she said she was going to the market will become she said that no,
Yeah.
I,
Or
she
like
Mm,
said
okay.
I was going
you
to the
see,
market. It will become she said that she was going to the market, something like
Uh-huh.
that. She had gone to the market.
Okay, thank you. So that was good. Wanted to put this speech. Is it like indirect? So we will talk about that. Also, let me invite Yo Ho Ho. He wants to join. So, but thank you. That was good. So here, what is your positive speech? So can I ask? Let me ask one of you to read. Can I ask TH to read this for us? Could you
Sure.
please? Thank you. Okay.
So I have to read the.
Yes.
Okay. What is reported speech? Reported speech, it's a grammar topic which reports what someone else has said or written. It has too many types: direct speech and indirect speech.
Thank you. So someone has said or written as two main types, direct or direct both, or indirect speech. So some of you mentioned indirect, but we were gonna talk about the both types. But is the topic which reports, many of you said that, what someone else has said or written, okay? But when do we use reported speech? Let me ask this question. What about this one? Who knows? When, or what do you think? What do you guess? When do we use reported speech? In what situations, I would say?
I think we use it when in regular like in regular conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my stuttering. I have a big problem with that. But I think we use it in conversations or debates,
Uh-huh.
and uh, it's so that it's because communication. It's
I see.
it works fine. So in order to maximize the amount of information uh,
Uh-huh. I see that.
amount of
Yeah.
info.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you want to the other understand what you're saying, but you don't want to repeat every time what you're saying, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why you take other words like
Okay.
to make the conversation better.
Better. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Also, someone said something which is really great. Explaining, I think, yeah, Poor Cup said, explaining someone else's POV. So, POV is point of view. So, as I say, report what someone has said or written. So, in that case, when I say, for example, she was playing football, I'm talking about not me. I'm talking about she. I'm talking about another person. So in that case, as someone said, we try to maximize the level of information we are sharing, for example. So thank you, that was good. So we use reported speech, direct speech in writings. Specifically, we're talking about the direct one. For example, novels or articles, essays, or books. We can say in general. But on the other hand, we use reported speech, indirect speech in spoken English, and our daily conversation. As one of our member, I think, I don't remember the name, Oat, I think he said daily conversations. So we use direct for novels, for books, for writings. We use indirect for spoken. But what is direct one? When we directly quote what someone else has said or written. We exactly let's go with copy paste. We exactly copy paste what someone else has said or written. But in this case, we are supposed to use proper punctuation. We use proper punctuation in direct speech. For example, maybe you have seen such sentences in, for example, novels or books or things like that. For example, Ali said, I can help you. You see, we have double quotations, we have a comma, we
Yeah.
have a full stop, or Jack told me we are going to Italy. But let me ask you something. For example, I say, Ali said, I can help you. So we are just talking. Ali said, I can help you. So who is this I when I'm just telling you? Can you understand? Can
Alice?
you,
Alice.
no, no,
Alice.
can you realize at the same moment I tell you, Ali said, I can help you. So don't you think this I is exactly me? Isn't it hard to
Yes.
understand?
In speaking,
What?
in
It's
written you
fine.
can understand, but not in speech, I guess.
Uh, so so when I say, for example, imagine you don't know about Alice. Again, you've never seen this sentence on this PDF before. I just say, Alice said, I can help you. So immediately on the spot, will you just understand? Let's say assume that I, as Nima, is going to help you, or no, Alice is going to help you immediately without thinking.
Yeah,
So which one?
Yeah. Can I give you one example?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Um, in direct speech, I can say, I love the Toy Story films, she said, right?
You can say.
But in indirect speech, we need to say, she said she loved the Toy Story films.
So in direct one, we exactly say what she said. Okay, the same tense, the
Yeah.
same verb, the same pronoun, everything. But when we are using indirect, we will see in the next part. We will reinterpret. We use the word reinterpret, or I don't know. We rearrange. We can say the words. Okay, for example, I can help you. I will change this I because this I is Alice. So she. Let's think Alice is a girl. So she, for example, we change the verb can to could, you to me. We will change something, and we say something we have stated in new words, in our words. Okay, but the same context, the same actually a message will be conveyed when we are talking. So here in indirect speech, we reinterpret, means to interpret again the quotation and as stated in our words. For example, Alice said, I can help you. So Alice said that he. So here I assumed Alice as a boy. So let's just say Alice said that he could help me. So when you're talking, you're supposed to say something like this one, so you can convey the full message. Okay? Or Jack told me we're
Mhm.
going to Italy now. This is the direct one. We're gonna make it indirect. Jack told me that day we're going to Italy then. Because now is not exactly right now. Jack told me this sentence 2 days ago. So it's past. So I'm supposed to use it then, not now because of the time. Or they, because I'm not gonna go there. Because when you say we, it means I'm a part of them. So I'm not. So they. So we change him to actually use proper uh, instructions, to use proper with different tools to convey the best message. But we have something we call it the three-step structure. The three-step structure means we change three things from direct to indirect. So first of all, change the pronouns to reflect the new speaker. Okay? Sarah said, I am going to the store. So Sarah is a girl, is a woman, let's just say. Sarah said that she was going to the store. Next one, change the verb tense to reflect the new speaker's POV, as someone said. I think it was cup. Yeah, POV. So we also call it backshift or backshifting. For example, she said, I will go to the party. She said she would. I to she, will to would. Go to the party. And change any time or place references, let's say adverbs, to reflect the new context. I am here at the moment. It was for 2 days ago. He's not there anymore. So he said that he was there at the moment. He was there because I changed my place. I'm in another city, another house, another street. So he was there. But we're gonna get deeper in actually each, and I'll be asking some of you. So let's just set that. Let's just say basic example. She said she loved pizza. This is first of all, is it direct or indirect? Which one is it?
Indirect.
Indirect.
Okay.
Indirect.
Very good. Oh, also we have Sam.
Indirect.
Very good. Indirect. What about this one? He told me that he couldn't come to the party that night.
Indirect.
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 So how do you understand this is indirect?
Because
Because
it doesn't have any quotation marks.
Because
So one of is punctuation. One reason is punctuation. Okay. What else?
You change
And
tenses.
there
Two.
is no I
we are not
for the
copying paste the
pronouns.
sentence which he said,
Very good. Very good. There's some
because he would
sentence.
not say
uh,
that he couldn't. Because he wouldn't say that he couldn't come to the party. He would say, "I couldn't come to the party that night," something
There's
like
no
that.
I. Very good. Also, we use that. When we use that,
yeah,
it's actually indirect, but very good. So let me just test you here. I would say, for example, Jack said, let's go with I can swim. So how would you change it to an indirect version?
Jack
Like
said that
says
He
he
I
says,
can swim.
could swim. Yeah.
Jack
Yeah,
said
what Vac
"Could
said.
swim."
he could or can.
Could.
He
He
Could.
could.
Very good. Jack said he could swim, or some people are in the chat said he could swim with I, no double E. But yes, very good. So this is very basic, but the structures. So let's compare the differences in the structure between direct and indirect. Alice said, okay, this is okay. So what do we call this one? So here we have two clauses. Okay, this is, let me show like this. This is one clause. Let's go with that. And this is another clause. What do we call them? Do you know? Do you have any ideas?
What is a clause?
Oh, that's a very good question. What is a clause? Let's talk about this one. I think every session I talk about it, which is very important. So let me ask you this new question. What is a clause?
It's a condition.
Santa?
A condition, sentence, okay. What else? Clause is an element in the sentence. I think Espurina said. Okay, that is optional. Yes, very good. We will talk about that. But what would you say? Clause. Any ideas? Other people? It can stand alone, but also formed by more elements. Again, is what Yuna said. Okay, no idea other people. Aflatun, Hassan, I don't know.
So it's like a sentence instead of a sentence. That's how
Uh-huh.
compound sentences are formed?
A sentence in a sentence. That's very good, yes. But, so, I will give you two options. You tell me which one is better. Let's say a clause is subject plus verb plus object, or subject plus verb. Which one would you choose? A or B?
Okay.
B.
B or A? So why B?
A.
Why A?
Because because I'm a native speaker, and almost never do I just say Jimmy bounced, because nobody speaks like that.
Mm,
However,
uh-huh.
yes, that's a valid thing. However, for the most part, subject, verb, object, because uh, Jimmy bounced the ball. Subject being Jimmy,
Uh-huh.
verb being bounced, and object being the ball,
Uh-huh.
or just ball.
So let me tell you
What
something.
about saying I slept?
Uh-huh, very good, very good. What about this one?
I slept. I ate. I drank.
Yeah, that is also
Uh-huh.
a good
The
type.
meaning is complete. Is it?
Yes.
Is it
Very good.
complete?
Very good. So let's say some verbs they need objects, some verbs they don't. So for example, as Hassan said, I let's say sleep, I sleep. I swim, as I said. So you don't say you swim what? What do you swim? That's meaningless. But I cook. What do you cook? I study. What do you study? So some verbs are transitive. Transitive means they need objects, and some are intransitive. I have a YouTube video if you wanna actually learn more. But just know that a clause, so we are using the simplest one. So it's subject plus verb. It's be, because we can say I asleep, and it conveys the full meaning. I asleep, I don't know, every night. So that's a clause. Okay, subject plus verb. But here we have two clauses. Okay, in this type of grammar. Alice said, this is also optional. Alice said this is a clause. He could help me. That is another sorry clause. So what are the names of these clauses? What do you
It's transitive because
uh-huh.
it needs a complement like what she said. She said something. You need to know what she said.
Oh,
It's
no, no,
not
no.
full meaning by
No, no, no.
yourself.
Forget transitive. There was something about the clause, okay? They have different
Okay.
names. Okay? So let me help you this one. This the first one is reporting clause. The reporting. You're saying who is reporting? Ali said that you can remember like this. And this is reported. What is reported? You can remember like this. So we have reported clause and reporting clause, two different clauses. So that in the reporting clause is optional. Ali said, Ali said that, both. So we change I to he, can to could, me to you, and things like that. But let's talk about pronoun here because this was very easy. So can I ask, I don't know, anyone who is volunteered, please read this type, this actually part.
Roger.
I can.
Anyone, just
Uh,
okay.
we
Let's
can
go with
change.
oats. Okay.
Okay, we can change the pronouns to reflect the speaker. If the speaker is a man, we use he or his name. If the speaker is a woman, we use she or her name. If there is a group of speakers, plural, we use they or their names,
Yeah, technically.
etc. Example, quote, we are leaving. To they said that they were leaving.
Okay, and
Sarah said, I don't like soccer. To Sarah said that she didn't like soccer. Jack said, Grace is always late. 2. Jack said that she/Grace was always late. Note, sometimes a person has said something about another person, and we, as a third person, want to report it to another person. Therefore, the speaker in the reporter clauses and that in the reporting clauses are not always the same.
Thank you very much. Exactly. So if you look at the third one, so Jack said Grace. So Jack didn't talk about himself. Jack is talking about another person. So we have Jack as the first person, then we have Grace, then we have me, Nima, that I'm telling you. So this is you. So there are four different people. So Jack said that Grace was overlaid. So someone said, if we see I, this is direct. If we don't say this is indirect. No, sometimes here we have Grace, not I. Because we are talking about another person. And we, as a third person, want to report it to another person. So four people are here. So sometimes it's complicated, it's a bit. But this is the structure. So we change the pronouns, a man to he, a woman to she, technically, and a group of people to they. For example, what about this one? I would say, Michael. I'll just say that you should change that. Michael said, quotations, "We are going to France." How would you change that?
Michael said that they are going to France.
That they are
They
going.
were going. They were
They
going
were.
to France. Yeah,
Very good.
sorry.
Exactly. So they, perfect. So it's explained the condition. For clause, sometimes clause means a sentence. Oh, we talked about that. Yes, very good. How many types of clauses are there? Two types: dependent and independent. Independent are a sentence. I sleep. Dependent, no. For example, who is wearing a black hat? For example, the person who is wearing a black hat is my friend. So this one. But back shift. This is the part many students are struggling with. Back shift or back shifting. So back, meaning of back. You know the meaning of shift. We shift back. We go 1/10 back when you want to report. Let me tell you something here. That the structure, let's say the identity should be the same. When I say present simple, this simple is the identity, let's say. So I should keep this simple. So present simple, past simple. Okay? Let's talk about this one. So when I say present simple, like for example, I play, you will change that to past simple. You keep the simple and you go back. So I play, he said that he played. Or when I say I played, because there is no past perfect simple, we don't have it. We keep the past one. Let me change the color. We keep the past one and we say, for example, I played, he said that he had played, for example. And if it's continuous, continuous. I am playing, he was playing, I don't know, he had been playing. Or present perfect, again, we keep the perfect here. Future is very easy. Change will to would. I don't know. Let's say future perfect. Future perfect, for example. I will have done. He said that he would have done. Very easy. Just change will to would. Am is was then had been. Are is were had been and have been had been. These are just we go back 1/10 exactly back. So for example, when I say I am, let's say, for example, watching. So how would you change that? He said, you tell me.
He said he was watching.
He said he was
He
watching.
watched
Very good. So the first step, what is the tense of this sentence?
present. Present.
Present what?
Continues.
Simple present.
No, simple present. No, present continuous. I am watching. So present
Oh,
continuous.
sorry.
That's okay. The first step you identify this one. You try to detect it. Then you go 1 times back. You make it past continuous, but you don't change am. You say so the he. So he uses is. Past of is was. So he was watching. Okay? These are some steps, but after some practices, you will automatically just say he was watching, as our friend said. But this is a process. You find it, you change it, you adopt it, you modify it. What about this one? For example, I would say I want to change it to she, for example, has done it. What about this one? You can also type it in the chat, people in the chat. I will read your chats.
She had done it.
She had done it, okay? Anyone else?
She
She will
had been
do it.
doing it.
She will do it. Anything else?
She had been doing it.
She had been doing it. We can say this one, okay? What about other people? No ideas, people in the chat. So, so we had four different answers. Okay, let's just do it together. What is the tense of this sentence? She has done it.
Wasn't perfect.
Present perfect. Very good.
Past simple.
No, it's not past simple. She has done it. What about this has? What about this past participle? Do, did, done. Yes. So it's present perfect. Am I right? Present perfect. So what is the next move?
Was perfect.
No, no, no. What is the next move? What should we do next? Let's just do it as simple as that because some students maybe they don't understand. So what is the next move after
Change,
after
change
you
the have. Past.
so we go one tense back. Present perfect. We go one tense back. Past perfect. Past
Past.
perfect. So past is I have. I want to make it the past perfect. I had done something. This is the past perfect sentence. So now she had. Yes, she had done it. This is a sentence one of you said. She had done it. Okay. First, again for people who didn't get that, you detect the type of the sentence. She has done it. Present perfect. Okay. You go one tense back. Past perfect. So then you modify it. She has, so she had done it. It's not that much hard. What about this one? For example, I am. No, not I am. Let's go with one. I was always late. Think about it and tell me. Dimitri said she had done it. Very good, Dimitri. Yes, perfect. She had done it. Oikava, yes. So I was always late.
So it's a present simple, right?
Present simple.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Honestly, I don't know the difference between present simple and present perfect.
Okay, so let me tell you. So present simple. First of all, this is past. I was. Okay, this is past simple. But present simple, when you talk about present, you use a present tense, and you're talking about, for example, your routine or something always true. For example, I always go to the cinema. I don't know. Or the movies. I always study English. I always work. I always play games. For example. But present perfect is something you have done in the past and continued up to a year. For example, I have been teaching English for 2 years. I have started something in the past, right now, maybe in the future. Or I have washed my hands. My hands are wet. You can see the results. Okay? This is the difference between present simple and perfect, but this is past simple. Okay? Past simple. So,
Alright.
how can I change it, people here? I was always late.
Maybe
He had
he
been always late.
He has been, okay. What do you say, Vax?
he had been always late.
Okay, she had been always late. We can say that. Other people, anyone in the chat here, TH Hassan, what would you say?
Uh,
Mhm.
He had been always late.
He had been. Very good. He had been. We say this is was, so past simple. So here, we are here. Past simple, we go to past perfect. Exactly. And the last one, let's say the difficult one. I will write it in the chat. Look at the chat. I will say, I will have done the project by June. What would you say? He said that.
He said that he would have done the project by June.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think we were gonna change will only. It's gonna be would, and the rest of the sentence will be the same. Will remain the same. Gotta be. He said that he would have done the project by time. Would
By
have
June.
done the project by time.
Very good.
By June.
Exactly.
Yeah, by June.
Exactly. Perfect. Oh my god, my internet language. Yeah, so I will have done very good. We just change will to would. I would have done the first auxiliary verb we see. So I would have done. This is very something basic. He said that he would exactly, and that is optional. He said he would. He said that. But this one, so we can change can to could. As I said, I can swim. He said that he could swim. If we have could, we keep it. For example, this is a sentence. He could swim. He said that he could swim. The same. Never use he could have. Perfect modals like should have, could have, would have. These are something else. These are not the past. Okay? No have. Can, could. So shall. For example, we shall go. He said that
How
we
about
should go. You have a question?
how about he could have swam.
Sorry, what?
He could have swam.
So he could have swum. That's something else. Okay? He could, for example, you're saying he could have swum again. It's like will have. Again, we had this. I will have done. She said that he would have done. Just the first one. Just the first auxiliary verb. You see, it's could. Okay? But what I'm saying is, don't say I could swim. Don't change it to he could have swum. That's wrong. But may, might, will, would, as you know, have to and has to. We change it to had to, must, and ought to, ought to. So I have a question. What is ought to?
That he has to do it obligatory,
Uh huh.
must do, or he's obliged to do something.
Okay. Anything else?
Similar to what TH said, but uh, he's obligated to.
Ah, okay, very good. Obligated, yeah, very good. Or we can say that we can use it as should to. For example, this is very formal. You see in some formal conversations, we ought to, I don't know, help the poor. It means we should help the poor, and it has a slight obligation to. Just know that means should, but if you want to use it. But so this is for this part. Next part is time or place. Adverbs. We change the adverbs so as to means in order to or just to reflects the appropriate report. The appropriate report. For example, here, when I say I am here, okay, the person is no longer there because it's over. He went home, he went to school, different places. So I use there because I'm pointing or I'm talking about another place. So I am here. He said that he was there. Or today, like I don't know, 2 days ago, I said I am going to Iran today. He said that. Oh, he said that I am going to. He said that he was going to Iran that day because today is over. That was Monday. Now it is Saturday. Now, then again. Tonight, that night. Yesterday, the day before. Tomorrow, the next day. For example, how would you say this one? Let's say am I am planning to throw a party tonight. How would you change this? This is H.
He was planning to
Planning to
throw a
throw a
party
party.
the night.
He had planned to throw a party that night.
Okay. Also, hello and bye. Please
Also,
mute yourself because we are seeing echoes from your microphone. Please,
from
yeah, please mute yourself.
apologies.
Okay. So, yeah, very good. So, I am planning. You don't say he had plans. No, he was, as our friend said, he was planning to throw a party that night. Exactly. But there is something here. Note. Can I ask? Let's go with Vax. Can I ask Vax to read this for us? This
Okay.
note. Thank you.
Now, if the time place has happened in the same time place that you are reporting, you can ignore this part and exactly copy paste the adverb in your direct speech. Let's give an instance by supposing that the current time is Monday 5 p.m. Alice, sorry, I cannot come to the party tonight. Jack, hey David, Alice has just said that she couldn't come to the party tonight.
Thank you very much. Exactly. If the time or place has happened in the same time you're reporting, like here, it instant means example. Like current time is Monday 5 p.m. Let's just imagine. Alice calls me, I'm Jack, and says, sorry, I cannot come to the party. I said, okay, that's fine. 2 minutes later, 2 minutes after, for example, I talked to David. So we are talking about the same night and the same time. 2 minutes is not nothing much. So hey David, Alice has just said that she cannot. In the parentheses, you can say has said that she cannot come to the party tonight. So in this situation, I exactly we can say copy paste, exactly use the same adverbs or references in your sentences. If you are talking about the same day, place, time, whatever. It's also something to actually take into account. But what about questions? So okay, we talked about that. I don't know. I am playing soccer. You know to change. You know how to change that. I am planning to. He was going to. They were going to. What about questions? So we have two types of questions. WH questions: what, where, how, who. I don't know things. And auxiliaries: do you play? Are you a doctor? So before we start, I have a question. How would you change this sentence? What is your job? What is your job? This is my question. Change this to an indirect version. He, blah, blah. Please tell me.
He asked
Uh,
me what my job was.
He asked me what my job was. Okay. Any other people?
Nima asked what was your job?
What was your job?
He
Okay.
asked.
Mm-hmm.
He asked what. He asked him what was his job.
What was his job? Okay. Any other people? So Puyang said he asked me. No, no. Let's go with indirect. What you're saying is direct. Indirect. How can I know my level in English? There are some websites you can actually take the test, or you can just take IELTS exam. You can do that. Like Hassan. Also, I just remembered that Hassan took part in IELTS exams, and let's just congratulate him. He got 7. That was very good. So you can take IELTS exam to understand your level, or some websites. So, what was your job, or what your job was? Which one?
What your job was?
Why?
I don't know. It seems
Uh huh.
correctly.
Sorry, repeat the question.
Yes. Okay. He asked me what.
I just feel.
So this one. What my job was, or what was my job?
What
What
was
was
my
my job?
job?
So this is a question. What was my job? But when we are using, so let's talk about this one. When we are using WH question for reporter speech, we simply make the question a statement. I think Avak said it correctly. What my job was. A statement. So For example, where are you from? Where you are from, a sentence. Where you are from is none of my business. Where you are from. What your job is none of my concerns. We make it a statement, not a question. So we change subject and verb. Where you are from. I change this one. What your job is. So, where are you from? He asked me where I was from. So first we changed it. So where you are from, then we modify it. Where you are from? So I'm talking with I. Where I was backshift from. What is your job? He asked me what my job was. Okay? Or how are you means how you are. How you are, how I are, how I was. He asked me how I was. Step by step we do it. Why didn't you join us? So why you didn't join us? Why you didn't? So he asked me why I didn't join, hadn't joined them. Why I hadn't joined them. When are you going to leave? When you are going to leave. When I am going to leave, backshift. When I was going to leave. He asked me when I was going to leave. If you do it step by step, it's not very hard. First, make it a sentence. Where you are. Then modify it, you to I. Then go one tense back, where I was from. For example, you tell me this one. I would say, how old are you? How old are you?
He asked me
Uh-huh.
that how old was I?
He asked me how old was I. So no, no, no. You need to do something.
It asked me how old I was.
Very good. He asked me how old I was as Spurina, yes, said that. Or other people. He asked me how old I was. We make it a sentence. How old are you? How old you are. How old I am? How old I was. Step by step. How old I was. So, this is for double use question. When auxiliary verbs means like, are you a doctor? I don't know, do you work? Do you play basketball? Have you closed the door? Different things. In that case, we use if or whether. For example, are you a doctor? Make it a sentence. You are a doctor. We change subject and verb. You are a doctor. So he asked me if. After me use if. He asked me if you are, I am, I was. He asked me if I was a doctor. Do you play basketball? You play basketball. We say you do play. We just remove do. You play basketball. I play basketball. Backshifting. I played basketball. So he asked me if I played basketball. I don't know. Is she okay? She is okay. She was okay. Because it's asking about another person. Or have you ever been to Italy? Have you ever been to Italy? This is a question. He asked me if I had ever been to Italy. Or had you closed the door before you got in the car? He asked me if I had closed. Because it's a present perfect, we cannot go back. We cannot go any faster than this one. So the same. He asked me if I had closed the door before getting in the car. And can you help me? You can help me. I can help you or him, let's say. I could help him. He asked me if, or he asked me whether I could help him. Now I have a question. Uh, shall we go? What about this one? Shall we go?
It
He asked
asked
me whether we should go.
And he asked me whether we should go. Okay, what would you say, Vax?
it asked me
Uh-huh.
whether should They went, maybe.
They went. First, let's do it together. Shall we go? Make it a
Uh,
sentence. Make it a sentence.
he asked me
Uh,
if we started with if and wait.
okay, let's do it
So sorry.
together. If you will do together and you will see how easy it is.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Shall we go? Make it a sentence, not a question. A sentence. Forget report to the speech. Shall we go? Make it a sentence.
Uh,
Change subject and
if
verb.
we should, if we should go,
No, no, forget report to the
he
speech,
asked
okay? No, forget
if
report to the speech.
we
Shall we go? Shall I will tell you. Are you a
We should.
doctor? We shall go. Very good. We the same thing. We shall go. Okay? Then in the next move, you modify it. So we the same because he is a part of us, let's say. Shall one tense back. We should go. So when we change the first one, we don't care about the rest. We change shall to should, so go remains. Now we say he asked me if we should go. So we say he is a part of us, but if he is not, they should go. Okay? What about this one? What about let me just think. Uh for example, will you help me? Will you help me? So what about this one?
uh he asked me if I was going to help him.
No, why are you using was going to? I never use going to here. There is no going to. You cannot add something.
Okay.
He
If
asked
I
me
could,
whether
I could help
I
him.
would
I
help
would.
him.
I would because we don't have can. So he asked me if I would help him because he asked. So he asked me if I would help him. This is something very easy. Just remember, a step by step. You don't need to answer that immediately. Think, change, modify, then apply. Okay? So imperatives. Imperative means orders, commands. For example, do your homework. Very easy. No rules here. He told me to do my homework. We don't need any backshifting. Do your homework. He told me to do my homework. Told me to. Get out now. He told me to get out then. Just modify the adverbs. Do not smoke. He told me not to. To not know. Not to smoke. And it is better to use pronoun, for example, he told me instead of said in imperatives. Because tell is, it has a sense of command or order. We say, are you asking me or you're telling me? So I'm telling you. So in this case, you can say, he told me to do my homework. For example, turn off the TV. What about this one?
He told me to turn off the TV.
Very good. Very easy. He told me to turn off the TV. Exactly. What about this one? Suggestion or suggestions. We use pronoun suggested that in suggested. For example, let's go to the park. Instead of that, you can say, oh, he suggested that we go to the park. Let me tell you something. This is a combination of reported speech and subjunctive mood. If you know subjunctive mood. For example, it is essential that he go, not goes. This is essential that he drink, for example. So he suggested that we go to the park. This is not, no, my bad. Let's not play outside. He suggests that we not play. Simply we not, because that's subjunctive. Let's go. He suggested that we go then. For suggestions, instead of saying, for example, he suggested that we go to the park. Is very easy. You can report suggestions in this way. But let's have some advanced tips. Just one, not some, just one. Never do I play soccer. Is this a correct sentence? Is this correct? Never do I play soccer? Have you ever heard that?
No.
No,
Can we start a sentence with never? Like, we simply
no.
use subject. I. So, what is this one? Oh, lost connection. Oh, sorry, I just saw Hassan. Okay, I accepted Hassan. Oh, Hassan's back. Very good. So, is it okay? Never do I. People in the chats, they're saying no. Never do I play. It's a bit weird. Like what do you mean, never do I? So, someone questions. So, with
It's
him, you're
correct.
back? It's correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just to use emphasis to emphasize the
Uh-huh.
negation. Like I never
I never. Very
play soccer.
exactly. Exactly. So let me just tell this. Say this one. Sporina said. So with imperatives we modify only adverbs, only adverbs and pronouns. I to he, for example, right now to right then. But no backshifting. But yes, very good, Hassan. So we call it inversion. It's also another grammar topic which is very important. Inversion. For example, never do I play soccer. Never have I seen him before. For example, you see me on the street and you say, "Oh, you." For example, you stole my wallet. You accuse. I said, "Well, never have I seen you before." I'm emphasizing that I don't know you. So you are laughing or lying. So we use it for emphasizing. Never do I. So if you just face this sentence, the first thing you should do is to turn it to a normal sentence. I never play soccer. Then you can change it. He said that he or she never played soccer. You can change it. So she said that she never played soccer. So when we turn inverted into indirect speech, be aware that you need to change those, means these, into normal sentences first. This is the key point here. And we have some examples. You can download the PDF on my website for examples and different. I mean, if you want to have this PDF, you can download it from my website. But the last part of the class, I want to ask you something because we talked about modal verbs. Let me write here. I want to say two things because I talked about perfect modals. We had enough fuels. Okay? The same here. We needn't have stopped at the gas station, or we didn't need to stop at the gas station. What is the difference? This is A, this is B. I will say that again. We had enough fuels. We needn't have a stop at the gas station. B. We had enough fuels. We didn't need to stop at the gas station. What is the difference, or what are the differences? What would you say?
The emphasis
Emphasis on what?
on the fact that they were not going to stop on the gas station. They don't need to stop on the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Emphasis on the word. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, let's skip this. That's good. What about other people in the chat on the stage? The difference between A and B. No idea. Someone's typing. People are typing. So what did you say? Vax or Hassan or other people? So let me give you time and answer the question. What does wealth mean? So wealth actually is it's just not a standard. It's not very formal, and it you say for example wealth. That was a
Can I
buzzword.
answer, Mr.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Hema?
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm not sure about it, but I
Okay.
think in the difference is in the when we say needn't have stopped. I think we already have stopped, but we didn't have to. But in the second phrase, I think when we say we didn't need to stop, so we don't mention if we stopped or not. But there's an
Uh,
implication in the first sentence that we already stopped, but for no reason. We didn't have to.
but we did, right?
Yeah, but we did. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. That was partly true. So let me say that in A, let's go with B. Let's go with B first. We had enough fuels. We didn't need to stop. So here it means we had enough fuels. So we didn't need to stop. We didn't stop because we had enough fuels. Why would we stop? We just for example went. So in B we didn't stop. We passed. But in A we had enough fuels. But so be careful. In B I'm saying so. In A I'm saying but. But we stopped, which was unnecessary. We had enough fuel. There were no reason we should have stopped, but we did. So, for example, imagine you stop. Say, why did you stop? You had enough fuels. You needn't have stopped. We are running out of time. Hurry up, for example. So, when you use need and have, need is a semi-modal. Half modal, half main verb. Need and have, you're using the semi-modal, the modal form. It means something was unnecessary, but you did it. But when you say didn't need to, it means something was unnecessary, so you didn't do it. Okay? This was a difference because I
Oh,
talked about perfect
I
models.
totally like we in the second example, we don't know if we did it or not. Like it's vague. I don't know.
Uh,
But now you say that. So it did. It wasn't done in the past,
Very
right?
good, very good.
So we.
In B, it wasn't done because it was unnecessary. It was not necessary. But in A, it
Mhm.
was done. However,
It was
it was unnecessary, but we did it for many reasons. Okay, so this is the differences here. In both situations, we know we are aware of it's not vague for us, it's not ambiguous for us, but this is a difference for need because need plays in both teams. Let's say modal and main verbs. But so let's just read that. Kick well, I think said. I think B it implies that there is no need. It isn't there, and at A it implies that the need that maybe is existent, but you don't use it. Yeah. So we talked about that. Thanks for answering exactly. I thought that was something interesting. But so
Yeah, it was.
yeah, exactly. So thank you. Actually, the class is over. Technically, yeah, it's been 60 minutes, more than 60 minutes. So I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, please ask me. Otherwise, we can call it a night.
Uh,
For me, it's night. Yeah, TH.
t- thanks, Nima. Where can I find this this website? I don't know
Oh, that's a very good
these
question.
quotations.
Let me just send it here. So there are three links. One of them is my website,
Oh,
englishwithnimafar.com.
thanks.
One of them is the newsletter I have for grammar weekly, and the other one is the podcast channel. Also, I talked about transitive and intransitive. For that one, you can go to my YouTube channel. I don't know where I can find my YouTube channel link. Let me just scroll
No,
up.
it's nice. I can search it before later.
Ah, very good. Oh, I
Sorry.
think I found it. I think I found it. Let me just send. I will send one video here. You can find the rest. But thank you, everybody. So that was everything. I
Thanks,
just
teacher
stopped.
Nima.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you found it useful. And so Hassan got disconnected, I think, when we were talking. So,
No,
yes, also,
thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, also, I would like to congratulate him for getting 7 for IELTS exam. This is really good. And so someone asked how I can check my level. You can take IELTS exam or just some free websites on the internet. But that was nice. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any
So
question,
much,
please
Mr.
tell
Nema.
me. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Nema, actually, he helped me a lot throughout my journey. And actually, I was getting like band 5 maximum at the mock test. And after attending his classes regularly, I improved the language aspects. He helped me with the speaking and writing. And the classes are so interactive and intriguing, and it helped me a lot. So I owe you much, Mr. Nema. So thank you for the past classes, and this one is also great as usual. And
thank
please
you.
keep up those classes.
Thank you. Thank you, Hassan. I'm so happy that you achieved such success. And sure, it's been more than a year. I'm hosting different classes here, mostly grammar, and it's good that some people use it. Perfect. So thank you, thank you. Last enemy says thank you, teacher, on following your classes. That's perfect. You're doing. I mean that's one of the best things you've done in your life. But seriously, thank you and thank you so much and thank you. I've been recording this class. Maybe I don't know. It's all up in the air. Maybe I posted on my YouTube channel. You can see this video many times to have a review. But thank you. Without further ado, let's call it a day and see you next in the next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.